computer.
Ok. Sì, adesso si è acceso il pallino rosso.
Andiamo allora. Hi, good morning everybody, or good evening, it depends. Thanks a lot, first of all, Luisella, for being here today, together with us, talking about your experience, which can be shared with Dysnet. I had the opportunity to know you a couple of decades ago during a meeting in respect of disability in Milan, and many things evolved since then. But I'm very pleased also today to share our conversation with Sajan Bruno, speaking from Australia, who played a proactive role as a chair of LEDA, Historical Association in Favor of the Rights of People with Disabilities, in strict cooperation with you. Sal, am I right?
Yes, you are totally right. Well, good morning to both of you. I'm really happy to have Luisella with us today because, I mean, not only for what she represented in the disability movement, but also because Luisella and I have shared a long time cooperation, and may I say friendship, not only for the common activity in LEDA, but also related to the period when she was president of the National Council of Disability, the CND, of which I was a treasurer secretary at the time. And I also like to remember the work we have done together within FISH and EDF. So it's really a pleasure for me to be here today, to have Luisella especially.
Good. Luisella, you were one of the members of the Parents Association of La Nostra Famiglia, an associated member of LEDA, and you are now president of FONOS. What have you learned from all this?
Yes, first of all, I want to give to all of you a warm greeting and thank you, Claudio, Sal, and Dysnet, obviously, for inviting me to this conversation. As a member of a parent association with other families, we have been all along the road of being parents of children with disability, when at first we struggled to accept their status. We felt useless, guilty, bent by suffering in need of miracles. Our family and our child were a cage, a disease in need of treatment, until we became aware of what we could do. From that moment, we started to build our own story, a new life with our son, with our family, with the community we lived in, starting from that we were as persons, with our wives or husbands, with our children with and without disability. Our life today is one of the results of this journey, where we choose to accept to live our history in the light of our son's disability, and for him, we built opportunities and dignity for him and our other children.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Luisella, you were, as I said before, you were chair of the National Disability Council until 2008, when this organism merged within the Italian Disability, with the Italian Disability Council to form the FID, the Italian Disability Forum, which represents Italy in the European Disability Forum. In the FID, if I'm not wrong, you are a member of the group who is in charge of monitoring the application of the United Nations Convention for the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. What is your idea about Italy regarding disability?
Yes, this group was a good place to have an overview on Italy. Italy has a great consideration for persons with disabilities on paper and in legislation. Back in 1971, Italy adopted the first law to protect, albeit partially, persons with disabilities. In 1977, Italy closed the special schools. In 1978, founded the national health system. Again, in the same year, the law on architectural barriers. In 1980, a reform on economic benefits for persons with disability. And again, in 1992, the framework law on disability, in a law on employment of persons with disability, a framework law on social services, and in 2006, a framework legal protection for persons with disability who are victims of direct or indirect discrimination. Unfortunately, in the light of this explosion of important norms and law and the ratification of the CRPD, the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, Italy continues to be a rather neglected topic. Disability continue to be a rather neglected topic on the political agenda. Furthermore, a medical approach continues to predominate, which ignores the principle of accessibility, usability, and universal design. The cultural change underlying this new approach is not sufficiently implemented, since it's not very yet fully consolidated and homogeneous in our country. Moreover, the participation of disabled people organizations in the political debate is not guaranteed.
I understand. And what has this important international role taught you? And what more can Italy do, in your opinion?
This international role taught me about the diversity that exists in the world and of words. It has taught me about other cultures, other legal system, other approach to policy in the sense of agenda setting, policy formulation, adoption or decision making, implementation and evaluation. These are the pillar of the policy. I consider my position a privilege because I have the opportunity to see, to study, and to analyze this different approach in different countries. As far as the disability is concerned, having set up a European Disability Forum has allowed us to speak with one voice, both to European and international institutions and to national governments. What can Italy do? First of all, in this international context, she can bring her idea of inclusion. The one that started with the closure of asylums and special schools. It certainly has a lot to learn, especially in implementation and evaluation. Two topics in which Italy is very weak, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. Right. Louisa, one question to something which probably goes more into personal life. What role has your family played vis-a-vis disability?
First of all, just as our son with a disability disrupted family life, so this son of ours brought novelty and change to the places where he lived, influences the lives of others, improving them and bringing about the construction of a community that's suitable for everyone, including those who are different. Having lived and experienced as a family the condition of disability, helping me to understand if our actions were right and encourage us to continue on our daily path in the places we inhabit every day. They encourage us to work so that the person with disability entrusted to us can live a full life with their potential, with their limitations, their wishes, their dreams. Working to teach and show others what the path of a life lived to the full are, what the taste of life taste is like, even in the presence of a disability.
I see. And now, just in a few words, could you please tell us about your future? I mean, concerns, expectations, dreams.
This is a strong question. In the disability movement, I am currently working on the situation of girls and women with disability, and in particular on the phenomenon of violence against them. A phenomenon, this violence against women with disability, that sometimes has specific characteristics. As a human rights activist, I am concerned about the impact of the pandemic on economic and social protection policies, as well as the impact on persons with disability in terms of poverty and social exclusion, discrimination, and freedom from violence. Another element of concern is the lack of ability of my government to plan or implement a process of effective and uniform implementation across the country of the national legislative frameworks on rights of persons with disabilities. In the next 2023, Italy will be submitted to the second review by the CRPD committee, and I fear that it will not confirm any progress concerning what the committee itself recommended to Italy in 2016. Lastly, I would like a concern of mine to become a reality, namely the structure and support areas and genuine consultation process with the representative organization of persons with disability at all levels of government. What the CRPD committee indicated in its general comment number 9.
Thank you. Well, what we just heard from you, it's another demonstration, if a demonstration was needed, of how important your role has been, is, and will be in the moment of disability. So, thanks for the continuous and tireless work that you do for the movement. And one recommendation from this other side of the world: keep doing it. Thank you, Rosel.
Yeah.
Thank you all of you for this kind work. This is my life, and I hope that remain with this engagement for the rest of my life.
Thanks a lot, Rizella, also on my side for your precious words underlining the new challenges disability is facing. And thanks also, Sal, for participating as a member, as a treasurer of Dysnet. So my proposal is let's keep in touch with the consciousness that through a synergic approach together, we can give added value to the complex world of disability. Thanks again. Thanks to you all.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Ciao.
Bye. Stay safe. Stay well.
Yeah.
You too. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ecco, adesso chiudo, termina, mi pare che abbia funzionato. Termina la riunione per tutti, aspetta un attimo.